That bagel you grab for breakfast? The one you think is harmless? What if it's packed with hidden junk, slowly working against your health? Most of the store brands you trust, like those big names you see everywhere, are secretly full of things your body doesn't want. Things that can lead to real problems down the road. We're ripping apart the labels to show you which 8 to run from, and which 3 genuinely simple options you can actually feel good about eating. Yeah, it sounds a little dramatic, but it's the honest truth. And the problem with most of these bagels starts with the very first ingredient on the list. Almost all of them are made with super processed white flour. As one nutritionist put it, this stuff has basically zero nutritional value. All the good parts of the wheat have been completely stripped away, leaving you with nothing but empty calories. So even before we get to all the preservatives and weird dough conditioners they add in, you're already starting with a base that does absolutely nothing for your body. It's a big reason why a simple breakfast can leave you feeling sluggish and bloated. Today, we're going to name names. We'll count down the top 8 bagel brands that are full of this junk. But don't worry, we won't just leave you with bad news. We'll finish with 3 simple, clean brands you can actually trust. Let's get started. Number 1. Thomas's Plain Bagels. This is probably the most famous bagel on the shelf, but don't let that fool you. One single plain bagel from Thomas's has a surprising 376 milligrams of sodium. Now, that might not sound huge, but experts at Harvard say most of us already eat double the recommended amount of sodium every single day, which is a major driver of heart disease. And don't fall for the idea that plain means healthy. Nutritionists confirm that a plain bagel is nutritionally almost identical to an everything bagel. It's the same processed base. Number 2. Lender's Original Bagels. These famous frozen bagels have a different problem. The main ingredient is heavily processed white flour, which nutritionists essentially call empty calories. This means you're getting a big dose of carbs with almost no actual nutrition to back it up. But the real trap is the hidden sugar. To get that signature taste, Lender's adds sweeteners, and in some products that means high fructose corn syrup. This causes a massive spike in your blood sugar, followed by a hard crash that leaves you feeling hungry and tired just a few hours later. Number 3. Sara Lee Plain Bagels. You might grab a plain bagel thinking it's the simplest, healthiest choice. But that's exactly what they want you to think. The main ingredient is still processed white flour, which gives you a huge dose of empty calories with almost no real nutrition. A single bagel can have up to 450 calories, and that's before you even touch the cream cheese. And don't be fooled. Dietitians confirm that a plain bagel is nutritionally almost identical to an everything bagel. Those few seeds on top don't actually help. You're still just eating a dense puck of refined carbs. But empty calories are one thing. The unpronounceable chemicals some brands add are the real problem. Number 4. Pepperidge Farm Bagels. You see a cinnamon raisin or a blueberry bagel and think, hey, at least there's some fruit in there. But that's exactly the trap. Dietitians warn that these fruity bagels are often pumped with extra sugar to make them taste sweeter. All that added sugar completely cancels out any tiny benefit you might get from the fruit. You're not getting vitamins. You're getting a sugar rush disguised as a healthy breakfast. In fact, this often makes a blueberry bagel a worse choice than a plain one. Number 5. Great Value Plain Bagels. When brands want to cut costs, they turn to cheap ingredients, and Walmart's store brand is no exception. The main ingredient here is processed white flour, one of the so-called white foods that nutritionists say to avoid. Why? Because it's basically just empty calories with no real nutritional benefit. And these bagels pack a surprising amount of sodium. A single plain bagel can have around 376 milligrams of salt. Since most of us already eat double the recommended daily amount, a breakfast like this just pushes that number even higher. Number 6. Kroger Original Bagels. You might reach for a cinnamon raisin or blueberry bagel from Kroger, thinking it's a healthier option because of the fruit. But a senior dietitian at UCLA warns this is a trap. To make these bagels taste extra sweet, companies pump them full of added sugar. Any tiny nutritional benefit you might get from the raisins or blueberries is completely wiped out. So you're still getting all the empty calories from processed flour, but now with a huge dose of sugar on top. It's this combination of sugar and salt that makes these bagels so addictive. But some brands take it a step further, adding ingredients you'd never expect to find in bread. Number 7. Western Bagel Plain Bagels. Sometimes the problem isn't a long list of strange ingredients, but what the bagel itself is made of. Most are just processed white flour, which delivers a ton of empty calories without doing your body any favors. One nutritionist says they basically just fatten you up. But here's the surprising part. A senior dietitian at UCLA actually ranks a plain bagel as being slightly less healthy than an everything or onion bagel. Her reasoning is simple. Even the tiny amount of seeds or onion pieces provides a small nutritional boost that a completely plain bagel lacks. Number 8. Canyon Bakehouse Gluten-Free Bagels. You might grab a gluten-free bagel thinking it's the safe, healthy choice. But gluten-free doesn't automatically mean problem-free. The biggest challenge is texture. Without gluten, bagels can turn into what one reviewer called a mushy ball of sponge cake. But even if they get the texture right, you're often just swapping one problem for another. These bagels can still pack up to 450 calories and have over 375 milligrams of sodium before you even add cream cheese. That's almost a quarter of your daily sodium in just one bagel. Number 9. Dave's Killer Bread Plain Awesome Bagels. So what does a good bagel actually look like? It starts with the flour. Unlike the other brands we've seen, Dave's is built on whole grains. See, most bagels are made with processed white flour, which one nutritionist calls nothing but empty calories. All the good stuff has been stripped out, leaving you with carbs that burn off fast and offer zero real nutrition. But a whole grain bagel is completely different. A top dietitian says they're the healthiest choice because they're packed with fiber, protein, and vitamins that actually help your digestion and reduce inflammation. It's a bagel that works for you, not against you, and it's not the only great option out there. Number 10. Alvarado Street Bakery Sprouted Wheat Bagels. This brand takes things a step further by using sprouted organic whole wheat. Sprouting grains before they're baked makes them easier for your body to digest, and that's not the only benefit. A top dietitian confirms that whole wheat bagels like these are packed with fiber and protein. They also help promote the good bacteria in your gut, which is great for your digestive health. Instead of the empty calories you get from processed white flour, this is a bagel that actually nourishes you. But there's one more simple, honest brand that stands out from the rest. Number 11. Trader Joe's Plain Bagels. This brand is a perfect example of why simple is almost always better. See, most plain bagels on the shelf are made from processed white flour. Nutrition experts call these empty calories. You get all the carbs without any real nutritional benefits like fiber or vitamins. Trader Joe's keeps their ingredient list refreshingly short and easy to understand. You won't find a long list of strange chemicals or cheap, inflammatory oils that other brands use to cut costs. It's just a straightforward, honest bagel. It's all about the first ingredient. Nutritionist David Friedman warns that most bagels are just processed white flour, empty calories with no real nutrients. Instead, dietitian Dana Hunness advises whole wheat. It's packed with fiber, protein, and vitamins, actually doing your body good. Just check that whole wheat is the very first thing on the label. That's your best defense against misleading products and hidden junk.